Hi, this is Cindi McGee, and you're watching Polymer Clay TV. Today I'm making a Van Gogh inspired Starry Nights veneer. Ready? Let's get twinkling! To get started, I conditioned and rolled some black Primo Sculpey to about a number 3 on the pasta machine. I'm only going to make enough to make this trading coin, so I'm just using a small amount. I'm using Sculpey Bacon Bond to adhere the color fuse to the clay. I've also used the Sculpey Translucent Liquid Clay, and that works fine too. I'm using the sort of peacock blue color fuse, a little bit of a pale yellow acrylic paint, a little bit of white acrylic paint. You want to place a small amount of the Bacon Bond onto a surface that you can mix on. I'm making about a dime size amount, give or take. It really depends on how much veneer you're trying to make. And then I'm going to add just a touch of white paint. I've actually got more there than I'm going to need. And this is the color fuse. Now I find this technique works better with one of these like flat-ended brushes that's sort of bristly, rougher, not a real smooth brush. It kind of gives the better stroke marks on the finished piece. Add some color fuse to that Bacon Bond and thoroughly mix it. You can add a little more to darken it a bit as you go. You can see it's sort of thick. That's what we want. Just a touch of white paint on that brush along with that color fuse and Bacon Bond is all you need. And you want to swirl it against that black clay in the same sort of strokes that Van Gogh used on his Starry Night painting. Once I've got all my swirly stars on the black clay, I wanted to add some of the yellow stars and the yellow area for the moon that's in the original painting too. Again, you want to use a little bit of the Bacon Bond and mix in just a touch of that pale yellow acrylic paint. I'm using a separate flat end stiff brush like we did the first time so that we get those brush strokes. I made the larger circle where I'm going to place the moon, like on the original painting, and then I made just some small circles here and there so that I can add a few shining stars afterwards. I used my 2.5-inch trading coin size cutter just to make sure that I'm laying it out the way I want and add any others that I need to add. To give those additional stars a bit more twinkle, I'm using these awesome Hot Fix crystals from Create Along. They come in all different colors and I think they're going to be my new addiction along with the cabochons. I placed one of those sort of golden yellow crystals onto each of the yellow spots for those shining stars. I'm just using a scrap of some yellow clay that I had to make the little moon for the piece. And I'm using a moon cutter that comes in this Makin's Mini Geo set. It's just the perfect size for what I'm doing. If you don't have a small cutter like this, you certainly can just freeform cut yourself a little moon out of some rolled yellow clay. I added my moon to the large circle on the veneer, and then I used my trading coin cutter to cut the circle. Then I baked it according to the manufacturer instructions. When it came out of the oven, I did give it a quick hit with a heat tool just to bring out a little bit of the gloss and further melt that color fuse more. Now, you do want to be careful how long you use that heat tool and how close you put it so that you don't do what I did on the first one and sort of burn it a bit here and there. But the second one, you can see that it's got that great shine, it's got a beautiful twinkle from the sparkles in that color fuse, and I think it really does sort of mimic that Van Gogh Starry Nights painting. And here's a closer look at your finished Starry Nights polymer trading coin. Join us on our Polymer Clay Tribe Facebook page for lots of inspiration and to share your work, and to be the first to know about any upcoming polymer trading coin swaps we have. Need more inspiration? Check out the Polymer Clay TV blog for tons of creative ideas.